Welcome to Push to Pass podcast with JP Murray, a discussion about business, racing, sports, and life. This podcast delivers insights on what makes businesses, teams, and people successful based on real-life business experiences. Following a career with America's largest associations, JP Murray founded the Murray Company, one of Washington, D.C.'s most successful consulting firms. The company was acquired successfully and enabled him to launch JP Murray Racing, a business development and sponsorship agency for auto racing teams. Here is JP.
Hello, it is JP Murray. Today's episode, number 44, The Dark Side of Entrepreneurship. Oh yeah. When I started a career in sales 4 years ago, I was frankly afraid. And even after that, 4 decades later, I was afraid all over again. Fear was back. But why? I had sold my business. It gave me great life margin, more than I would ever expect. I was on a victory lap, right? So my goal after that was to launch a new business, sponsorships for race teams and drivers, a sport I'm passionate about and I enjoy so much. I had sponsored teams with my previous company. I saw the value and utilized the platform to propel growth and build brand. I loved it, right? Nothing but tailwinds. Let me tell you about the downside of entrepreneurship when it is so popular now. Everyone wants to be one, even if they aren't. And I can tell you that this is true because I've gone into this situation twice, and after the last year, here's my report. First, I faced doubt. Doubt in yourself, doubt in the service, doubt you can do it again, doubt that the old dog can learn a new trick, doubt that you can really help the prospect. To overcome the doubt, I worked on myself. How? By training. I reviewed what worked and what didn't from years of experience. I'll give you an example. Now I focus on the 30% of deals that are most likely to close instead of working on the qualification of the 70% that may not move anywhere. Instead of up and out, I just work on those that are up. I do this by focusing on delivering new content and information, which helps the prospect. I identify possible advocates in that 30% company, which could help me close the deal eventually. I study the company and listen to how it positions itself in the market so I can use the right language and find opportunities to propel and accelerate what their goals are. I customize and personalize communication instead of a templated process. I'm much more diligent, strategic about my talking points and my scripting with those 30%. This eliminates doubt, this eliminates fear, and it enables me to push and move forward at scale. Number 2 I want to mention is loneliness and isolation. Wow, now this was a surprise. Once you're no longer a CEO or leader, people move out pretty damn fast. And that's okay. It's logical. It's not their problem. I'm the one that sold the company. But what you may not anticipate is the impact that this has on your psyche. No one calling to ask a question, to get approval, to complain, to get insights about a client, to ask for a raise. Some of these things were items I didn't even enjoy, including giving candid feedback about a job not well done, for example. But it gets quiet really quick. And if you've been a leader, then you start to miss leading. So now you are leading yourself. These areas of advice and counsel and the things you used to tell others to do, you're speaking in the mirror. And let me tell you what, there's a lot of time spent standing in front of the mirror and answering to that person in front of you. It's challenging. Number 3, there's a lack of comfort. I didn't realize how much comfort and inertia was built into running a business and being a part of one. Set staff meetings, sales pitches with colleagues, one-on-ones, going through the financials, reading weekly reports, and delivering projects. There's a certain cadence and inertia that just keeps you moving. Some of this might have been a total waste of time, but it was like a warm blanket, to me anyway. The status quo was normalcy and had a comfort cadence, even though I didn't enjoy all of those things. So these 3 things I've learned about in the last year. Everyone kind of anticipates the enthusiasm and the energy around the upside of launching something new, but I'm not sure anyone really discusses or reflects the gaps that may affect you. And in some ways, this was the most difficult year in my professional career. But would I do it again? Oh yeah, hell yes. And I'll tell you why next week on the Push to Pass podcast with JP Murray. Talk soon. Thanks for listening. Leave a review if you enjoy the content. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to the Push to Pass podcast with JP Murray, a discussion about business, racing, sports, and life. If you would like to sponsor Push to Pass, send an email to jp@jpmurray.com. Follow JP on Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. His website is jpmurray.com. Until next time, push yourself to pass the competition. Thanks for listening.